Hey friends, and happy Friday! Today Miss Miranda is going to do some string art craft, and if you have some sidewalk chalk, we're going to do something in the yard with some chalk today. So my first project, you are going to need maybe a paper plate or two to do your work on so you don't get a mess all over your table, some string or some yarn. I did not have any yarn, so I used some little thin rope that I had at my house. Yarn does work really good for this project, so if you have some yarn, it works really well. And you're going to need some paper for this project, but you're going to want to take your paper and fold it in half. So you're going to fold your paper in half, and you're going to need a book for this project. I'm not going to read this book, but I'm getting it out because it's almost time for Father's Day, and we're going to use this book to help us complete our art project. Now today, I brought out either some watercolors that I made with some food coloring because I did not have watercolor paint. So I colored my water with food coloring. And I also have some regular crafty paint. And I kind of gave myself all the colors of the rainbow, kind of like the librarian taught us when she came over to read us stories at school. I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So I picked all my colors. So what you want to do for this project is you're going to bring your paper plate over so all of your mess is contained into this one zone. And you're going to bring your string or your rope over. And I want you to leave a little piece of your string or yarn off of the paper. That way you won't get any paint or any color on this part because you're going to want to hold on to this part at the end of it. That's going to be the part you're going to still hold on to with your hands. So what you want to do for this project is you want to choose the colors that you want to make your art, and you are going to very carefully paint your string or your yarn. Now you don't want to get too much on it, and you don't want it to be very wet with paint. So you just want to give the yarn or string or rope some color. So be very careful when you're doing your painting. Put the color where you would like it to be. And you might also want to keep a little dish of water in case you want to change your colors, and a little napkin to wipe it off so you can choose some new colors to add on. I think I'm going to do some blues and reds together because just in case these are close enough, they might even mix up to purple when we get all done. So I got a little red, a little blue, and maybe I'll add some yellow because yellow will also mix with some red and some blue. Choose whatever colors you'd like. Maybe you'd like to do all the colors. You want a whole rainbow on your project. You can do rainbow colors all the way down. Your choice on this one. So I think we're getting close to having enough color on here. I want to make sure I get enough, just so it turns out great on the paper when we get it all finished. I'm going to add a little bit of green in here, and maybe add a little bit of green down here. Now normally I would paint the whole rest of the string, but I don't want to bore you with that. I want to show you what to do next. So you're going to take your folded paper and you're going to open it up. I want you to take the string with the part that you did not paint and pick that up. And you can drop your string onto your paper however you want. It's kind of even neater if you twist it all up and make it curl around. And you're going to leave this part with no paint on it, sticking out the end just a little bit so you'll be able to pull onto that part. Alright, so I'm going to close this up. And the reason I have a book for this project is the book's going to help me put a little weight on it and keep it flat. So I'm going to put my art inside of my book very carefully to leave my string hanging out still. And what you want to do is your book has a little bit of weight on it, and you're going to pull this string. You might have to push on the book with your other hand. Here, I'm going to lean on this with my elbow to see if that'll help. There we go. So I'm going to push on this with this arm, and you're going to pull the string straight out as fast as you can go. Okay, so I'm going to put my string over here. Now what we're going to do is check out what happened. When you swirled your rope up and then you pulled it through, it's going to make kind of a unique design. That means it won't look like anybody else's design. Every time you do this project, you're going to get something different. So the more color you use, the bigger your pattern will be. The more color you put on your string, it'll be really fun to see the different ones that you can do. I'm going to try to do some also with the watercolors in a little bit, and I'll see how that one turns out, and I'll take some pictures and send them to you guys. Do you want to see what I did on my sidewalk over here? Alright, let's take a walk across my deck. Oh, there's my drooly dog. Hi, Drooly Drax. Alright, so if you have some sidewalk chalk and it's okay with your parents, I kind of did a little obstacle course with my chalk. So some different ideas. You can do some hopscotch where you do 1 foot 2 feet. And then when you get to this part, I put that you had to spin around and twist in circles. And then this part, well, the dog swimming pool was in the way, so I had to do kind of a zigzaggy line. So you have to try to keep your balance and walk up this zigzaggy line. And then at the end of my obstacle course, we do a volcano breath. If you don't know what a volcano breath is, it's kind of like a big cleansing yoga breath. So you bring your hands to your heart, and 1, 2, 3, you're going to breathe up and bring your hands up, and you're going to let it out. So that's how I like to end my obstacle course. All right, friends, have a wonderful weekend. I will see you soon.